Today, I'm talking about the geometrical model that explains multiple preferred escape trajectories of fish. Before going to the main topic, let me explain the definition of ET, or initial escape direction. It was defined as the angle of escape direction relative to the predator's strike path. Because the data exhibited no asymmetry, we proved the ETs from the left and right sides, as though all fish were attacked from the right side. Let me explain a previous geometrical model by Domenici 2002. In the model, the prey is assumed to maximize the time difference between the prey exiting the danger zone and the predator reaching that exit point. In the model, a single ET between 90 and 180 degrees is predicted, depending on the relative speed of the prey and the predator. In a realistic case, the predator is slightly faster than the prey, so the model predicts a single intermediate ET, such as 120 degrees from the predator. However, in empirical studies, as you can see from the figures, various animals show multiple preferred ETs with peaks at around 120 degrees and at around 180 degrees. So there is a discrepancy between the model and the empirical data. Why? We came up with the idea that two factors should be incorporated into the model. The first one is the time required for the prey to turn. In the previous model, the prey is assumed to instantaneously escape in any direction. But in reality, additional time is apparently required for the prey to turn. So these two cases are not the same. The second factor is the endpoint of the predator attack. In the previous model, predators assumed to move for an infinite distance. However, in reality, attacks of predators, especially ambush ones, end at a certain distance. Therefore, the objective of this study was to test whether our new model, incorporating two factors, could predict empirically observed multiple preferred ETs. To achieve the objective, we conducted the experiment to obtain escape response data of fish, and the observed ETs of the prey was compared with those of the model predictions. This slide shows how the time required for the prey to turn was incorporated into the model. We estimated the relationship between the turn angle and time for displacement of 15 mm from the initial position from the experimental data. As you can see from this figure, the time was constant up to about 50 degrees, above which it linearly increased. The endpoint of the predator attack was estimated by the maximum likelihood method. We found the best distance that minimizes the difference between the model output and the observed ETs, which was about 35 mm. Comparisons of model predictions and empirical data. At each initial orientation, or front, side, or behind, our model predicts a relationship between the ET and the time difference between the prey and the predator. Before going to the model output, I would like to explain how to see the graph. The curved line denotes the time difference between the prey and the predator. The distance from the center, like a red arrow, represents the buffer time available for the prey to escape. The direction with no curve, like blue arrows, represent either the prey is estimated to be captured or the prey cannot go to the direction due to the constraint on turn angle. When the prey is attacked from front, the time difference of the model predicts bimodal pattern with peaks at around 100 degrees and at around minus 100 degrees, and the observed ETs shows a similar pattern. When the prey is attacked from side, the time difference of the model predicts a bimodal pattern with peaks at around 120 degrees and at around 170 degrees, and the observed ETs shows a similar pattern. When the prey is attacked from behind, the time difference of the model predicts a trimodal pattern with peaks at around 130, 180, and 210 degrees, and the observed ETs shows a similar pattern. Finally, we compare the overall ET distributions between the model and the empirical data using the Monte Carlo simulation. As you can see from the figure, the simulation shows a similar multimodal pattern to that of the observed ETs. So why do fish have multiple preferred ETs? We can conclude that because two escape routes exist, either moving sideways to depart from the predator's strike path or moving away from the predator to outrun it. For further information, please read the preprint paper posted on bioRxiv.